What's good, y'all? Welcome back to RICHLEV fam. Gang. Now today, bro, I'm excited to present to you the series that I found on YouTube, and it's called The Aura World. So basically my home. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm just playing. But anyways, it's made by Emoji Rants. Shout out Emoji Rants. Make sure you guys go subscribe if you guys like this series, or just, you know, the vibe of the channel in general. Now, this was recommended by you guys a couple times, and it also popped up on my recommendation. I feel like it's gonna be a pretty cool series on Roblox. You know, something different than what we usually watch. It's usually just kind of the comedic meme-ish type of videos and stuff, and this could still be meme-ish and stuff, but at least this is serious in terms of it being a series. God dang, serious series. Siri, hey Siri. Why did Siri actually come up? Yo, get your glass on, Siri. God damn it. So without further ado, make sure you grab your popcorn. Let's see. All right, this is episode 1.
In a world where powers are ranked by color, green is weak, yellow is strong.
Green is weak and a smelly dog. Don't forget that, bro. If you have green aura, I mean, you gotta smell like straight butt booty ass cheeks on a Sunday. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and red is unstoppable.
Okay,
in a world where powers are ranked by color, green is weak, yellow is strong, and red is unstoppable.
Okay, red actually looks like good aura. Yellow looks like you might have peed yourself. I don't know. But okay. No, because it could be associated with like going Super Saiyan. So I get it. But it's like Super Saiyan, I feel like there's more like an oranges thing. Like this literally looked like you pee-pee yourself.
And red is unstoppable. Neil had no color at all, but he was the kindest guy in school. He carried heavy equipment for teachers and always stood up for kids getting picked on.
Yeah, there's no way I'm standing in the middle of two people with green aura, my boy. Like, not because they weak, just because they smell like ass.
Despite his constant kindness, everyone walked all over him. Every single day, a ruthless yellow-type bully named Marcus slammed Neil into the gym walls.
Did you guys know? I'm sorry, I'm just noticing every little thing right here. Why does this guy have, is a paper on his thing that says kick me? These guys just like bullying him and stuff. Oh, hell no. It's just the green aura is just throwing me out, bro. They should have made it like purple or something.
Yellow-type bully named Marcus slammed Neil into the gym walls, taking his lunch money and mocking him for being a useless zero. Neil never complained and never fought back. Everything changed when Marcus crossed the line. One afternoon, he trapped a small green-type freshman in the hallway, threatening to blast him with his yellow energy. Neil stepped directly—
That sounds insane. That sounds absolutely insane. He found a green freshman and told him he's gonna blast him with his energy.
He trapped a small green-type freshman in the hallway, threatening to blast him with his yellow energy. Neil stepped directly between them to protect the kid, taking a brutal energy hit straight to the chest.
Wow.
Marcus laughed, charging up a glowing yellow fist to finish him off. Neil didn't dodge. He casually reached out and caught Marcus's heavy fist with a single hand.
Oh! Hold on, Neil? Was Neil just hiding his ability this whole time? Did he just wanted to make it seem like he was weak? Or did something just trigger inside of him? You know, like he unlocked his quirk finally.
Stopping it dead in its tracks. Suddenly, a blinding blue light shot out from Neil's eyes, blasting a violent shockwave that sent Marcus flying across the hallway. Nobody in history had ever seen a blue aura.
Nah, that's aura right there, my boy. And I love it because look, we got blue in the room, you feel me? I tell you guys all the time, blue is my favorite color. So this is actually very fitting. I love this. I love this. Let's move on to episode 2, bro. Honestly.
After years of being bullied for having no power, Neil shocked the entire school by unleashing an impossible blue aura. For 5 terrifying seconds, the raw blue energy surged completely out of control. The overwhelming shockwave slammed Marcus against the floorboards, leaving the top bully trembling in pure horror as his—
Wow, so his aura was so strong, so immense, that it knocked everybody to their feet, bro. Including Marcus, that was supposed to have that strong aura. You're not so strong now, aren't you? You look like you crapped your pants.
As his yellow energy vanished completely. Then, just as fast as it exploded, the blue aura flickered and vanished into thin air. Neil's body returned to normal.
That looked kind of crazy, bro. I'm sorry. Why did you do green aura, bro? Now I can't take anything serious. Because look, it looked like he, you know, came back down to the ground and then he farted.
Like, as it exploded, the blue aura flickered and vanished into thin—
Oh shit, my bad. I let it out.
Air. Neil's body returned to normal, showing zero color once again. He stared at his own shaking hands, completely confused and terrified by what he had just done. Scared of himself, Neil ran straight down the hallway. Every single student back—
So this wasn't something that he was controlling. This was something that just got brought up within him. I'm trying to think of what this reminds me of, bro, because I could have sworn I reacted, or not reacted, I think I watched something that was kind of like this, you know? You're just discovering that you have this power that you weren't aware of, and, you know, you can't control it though, but the story just develops in where you gotta control it. You gotta learn how to wield it, how to live with it in the first place, because in this case it's scaring him. He's not used to it. He's like, what the hell? Like, I've never had aura in my life, and then all of a sudden I'm just blasting people away. People looking at me like I'm some sort of monster. Like, what's going on? Yeah, I could feel the confusion.
Every single student backed against the lockers, staring in dead silence as he rushed out of the building. By the next morning, news of the new blue aura had spread across the entire city. Sitting in a massive luxury office, Marcus's father watched the news video of his son.
Marcus's father, bro, what the what is this room? My boy, you look like fucking a secret FBI agent or something. Like, bro, this nigga scary.
Of his son getting humiliated. A dangerous, fiery red aura flared around his body, proving that he was unstoppable. He closed the TV, looked at Marcus, and growled,
"No zero type embarrasses our family. I'm handling this myself."
Red versus blue. So this is the setup of the season. Oh my gosh, I love this. I recently watched, I'm not gonna spoil it because I don't know if it's gonna come out by the time this comes out. It should be, but anyways, I recently watched something where, you know, the dad or the bigger brothers actually help a little kid bully another kid, right? And then once that bully got beat up and stuff, now the dad and the brothers, they want to beat up the guy that beat up the bully. Like, are we dead ass, bro? Like, come on, your son was being a bully. Marcus was being a bully, and now you want to use your red aura against a little kid, bro? Are we dead ass? But he's not a zero type though. That's the one thing you got wrong. He's not a zero type, because zero type is you just have no aura. You clearly saw that was blue aura. You clearly saw the damage that was done. I mean, it's a national phenomenon at this point. I don't know if you're gonna stop that, bro. Episode 3.
Neil's sudden blue aura outburst went viral across the city, catching the attention of Marcus's father, one of the most powerful red aura owners. The next day at school was completely silent. Nobody bumped into Neil, nobody made eye contact,
everybody
and no bullies
farted.
dared to come anywhere near him. But Neil wasn't feeling confident at all. Every afternoon after class, Neil snuck into an abandoned warehouse on the edge of town to test his power. He stood in the middle of the empty room,
trying to test
focusing
it,
as hard as he could, trying to make the blue light appear again. But no matter how long he stood there, nothing happened.
Yeah, bro, I think it literally gets triggered by an emotion. Like, something drastic has to happen for it to trigger. For right now, at least. Until he actually finds something that can, you know, just trigger it like this, and he could just activate it. But for right now, it looks like the only way that'll happen is if there's a scenario like he was in, where he's getting attacked. You know, someone's trying to use their aura on him, and maybe fright, maybe being scared, or just the act of bravery in general just activates his aura. I'm not really sure, but that's what it seems like it is right now.
Without the intense emotion from before, he couldn't trigger it. Suddenly, the front doors of the warehouse were blasted completely off their hinges. As the thick smoke cleared, Marcus stepped through the entrance, standing right beside a terrifying red aura man. Marcus pointed straight at Neil with a cruel smile. "That's Daddy! Go get him! He punched me!"
Bro, shut your bitch ass up, bro. You was over here bullying people. That ass. Just because they had less aura than you and stuff, and now you bringing your daddy. You bringing your daddy to come beat up this kid, bro.
Him, Dad. Show this fake zero what happens when someone disrespects our family. Neil backed away against the wall in pure horror. His heart pounded in his chest. As the red user stepped forward, Neil's body suddenly began to vibrate. Deep beneath his avatar, a tiny spark of blue aura started to flicker.
Oh, shit. Okay, so it looks like maybe I was right about, I think when he gets scared or something, or at least just some type of emotion. He has to have like a strong jolt of emotion for him to be able to tap into his blue aura, bro. Episode 4.
After Marcus brought his father to intimidate Neil, they triggered a tiny spark of blue aura beneath Neil's skin. Marcus's father came closer and sneered down at Neil. "Is this the zero you were afraid of, Marcus?" He laughed. "He's nothing." Neil stared up at them, and
Bro, you're literally talking to a kid, you know that, you bald freak.
And something inside him completely snapped. He was done being terrified. A massive wave of violent blue aura exploded outward, filling the entire warehouse. Neil entered an uncontrollable rage state, his eyes glowing solid blue as raw, wild energy flooded the room. Marcus's father tried to use his red energy to block it, but the blue power completely overwhelmed him. The shockwave shattered the red aura, slamming both Marcus and his father flat onto the concrete floor. They lay there bruised and completely powerless. Neil floated over them for a brief second as the mysterious blue energy vanished and he returned into a normal state. Terrified by the consequences he can face, Neil ran back home. The next morning at school, someone grabbed his shoulder. That was his green-type best friend, Anthony. His face looked terrified. He whispered,
Anthony.
"Neil, I spent all night digging through the city's old archives. I found out what that blue aura..."
Oh, he found out what it is. Damn. Okay, W best friend, by the way. W green aura. I just hope he doesn't smell like green aura. Anyways, bro, that was an intense episode. And now I'm thinking, because you know how every time he returns to a normal state, he's pretty terrified, right? And this gives us a big clue onto how he exactly taps into the green aura, or not the green aura, the blue aura, is when he decides to not be terrified, to not be afraid anymore. That's when he could tap into it. You know what I'm saying? Because when he returns to normalcy, he's like, oh my God, like what the hell did I just do? Like, I can't even control this shit, you know? That fear takes over him. Whereas right here,
massive wave of violent blue aura exploded outward. He was done being terrified.
It says he was done being terrified. You know what I'm saying? So when he's done being terrified, he lets that emotion go. He lets that fear go, that's when he can tap into his powers. And now it looks like his best friend found some clues as to where this power came from. So let's go on to the next episode. All right, episode 5.
After Neil's uncontrolled blue aura crushed Marcus and his father, Neil arrived at school the next morning, where his best friend pulled him aside with shocking news. The color ranking system wasn't always just yellow, red, and green. Centuries ago, there was an ancient, forgotten power rank that only the chosen ones had. It was the blue aura, and it was
blue aura, and it's God aura, bro. No wonder you can't control it. I mean, imagine trying to control the power of a god as a kid. That doesn't seem doable at all.
And it was so strong that people considered it to be the god power. But red leaders decided to erase it from history to have the only powerful aura in the world. Before Anthony has even finished his sentence, heavy footsteps echoed down the hallway. A senior student with a bright yellow aura stepped out of the shadows.
Nigga, is that Gojo? Bro, don't start stroking people, man.
So you're the zero type who put Marcus in the hospital. Let's see how tough you are without your little magic trick. The bully lunged forward, shoving Neil hard against the metal lockers. Panicking, Neil instinctively grabbed the bully's wrist to push him off. But the moment their hands touched, Neil's hands sparked with a dark blue glow. The yellow...
Yeah, Gojo, you're cookie on a 3000, twin. You facing the wrath of a god right now, bro. You better back your ass up. I don't care how buff you are, my boy. He's got blue aura, power of a god.
Aura around the bully violently drained away, flowing directly into Neil's body. He dropped to his knees as his color completely disappeared. He could steal others.
What? So that's another thing he has now. He can literally steal people's aura. Nah, that's insane, bro. That's insane. Hey, that's what he gets though, bro. Just picking on a key for no reason, trying to test out his aura. Oh my god, let's see how tough you are. Yeah, we'll see how tough you are now. Your aura is completely drained. You don't have it no more. Gojo Stroker. Damn. That's absolutely insane. That's a new development I was not expecting. But should we be surprised? It does say it's a power of a god. I mean, if we're thinking about powers of God, we think they can give people powers. They can have powers of their own and stuff. So that's not too off. You know what I'm saying? But that's crazy. Now he could take people's aura away from them. Episode 6.
While defending himself at school, Neil discovered his blue aura could drain other people's powers, absorbing a high-tier bully's yellow rank. Neil rushed out through school doors and stopped. The stolen yellow energy buzzed beneath his skin like a live wire. He felt the new aura giving him physical power. Suddenly, his phone buzzed with an incoming live video feed. Pinned against the front door was Neil's father, held down by two towering red-type hitmen.
What the f? Oh, nah, I beat their ass, bro. Yo, you gotta zoom back. You gotta zoom here. You gotta zoom back home, bro. Ain't no way they going after your dad now just because they can't take you out. They can't even take a kid out, bro. And now they trying to pick on his dad. Nah, that's insane.
Pinned against the front door was Neil's father, held down by two towering red-type hitmen. Marcus's father leaned in close to the lens with a smirk. Your dad is paying for your little display at the warehouse, Zero. You have exactly...
Little display? That's what you want to call it? I know you on live recording, you don't want to say it to everybody, but that wasn't a little display, that was an ass whooping. Yeah, your aura was nothing. No match for this kid, bro.
Exactly 5 minutes to surrender yourself, or he doesn't make it to 6. The feed cut to black. Neil stared at the dark screen, full of anger. Both blue and yellow auras flared up around his body. He sprinted toward his neighborhood at insane speed, ready for a brutal fight to save his dad. But when Neil rounded the corner to his house, he froze in shock. The two massive red-type hitmen were unconscious on the lawn, with their auras completely extinguished. Standing over them in the middle of the wreckage was Neil's dad.
Damn, so his dad got aura too, boy? And it might have been green, but he still beat their ass. Wait, hold on. What if the dad also has a blue aura of his own? I don't know. Because that's crazy. They have red aura. They should be stronger, right? Than the green aura, theoretically. So how did he just beat both their ass? Okay, let's keep watching, bro. Episode 7.
Neil sprinted home to save his father, only to find the red hitmen unconscious on the lawn and his dad completely unharmed. Dad, how did you destroy all of them? His father looked at him in sheer shock, his hands trembling. It wasn't me, Neil. It was someone in a black mantle. He dropped from above, glowing with a blue aura, drained them in a second, and vanished. Neil's mom.
What the heck? Hold on. We gotta see what this looks like. I'm trying to determine, does that look like a woman? Okay, so it could be a guy, but I don't know. So far, we haven't seen Neil's mom, right? I don't know. He's got to have gotten the blue aura handed down to him from somebody. And so far, it doesn't seem like it's his dad because his dad had green aura. And this person has blue aura. Maybe it's one of his relatives. If it's not his mom, it's somebody that's related to him. Somebody that's protecting, you know? Very protective over them in their state that it doesn't look like they're alive right now. I don't know. Or maybe they're just in a different stratosphere.
Drained them in a second and vanished. Neil's mind raced. A second blue aura. He scanned the yard trying to process it when he suddenly noticed something was wrong. Marcus's father was missing. Before Neil could even open his mouth to ask where he went, a blinding flash erupted. Marcus's father lunged from behind, slamming a massive concentrated blast of red energy directly into Neil's dad's back. The sheer horrific force of the impact evaporated his father completely.
No! Bro, there's no fucking way. There's no way he did that, bro. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, bro. Yo. If I was Neil, I am unleashing every freaking ounce of aura I have in me right now to eviscerate this motherfucker, boy. Bro, you never seen another second of life after that, bro.
Completely in a split second, Neil froze. The world around him went dead silent. His blood felt like boiling acid. The veins in his neck bulged as his vision blurred to black at the edges. A violent, uncontrollable blue aura exploded from his body.
You don't know what you just did. You don't know what the fuck you just did.
Shredding the driveway beneath his boots into dust.
Oh my gosh. Episode 8.
Marcus's father ambushed Neil's dad, sending Neil into a blinding, vengeful rage. Your useless dad is gone, Zero. Now it's your turn. Useless?
Says you, bro. You're completely useless. You can't even fight against a kid, and now you taking it out and killing his dad, bro. Get your ugly ass on, bro. You're worthless, buddy. You're a bum.
Your turn. Neil didn't say a word.
That's why you have to come from the back and stuff, bro. You can't even fight him one-on-one. Take him on the fairway. Nah, you just come out in the back and just evaporate him like that because it's so easy. Because that's what you gotta do. You take the easy way out. You just want to bully people. You want to do things to people to make them feel less about themselves just because of your insecurities, buddy.
His eyes burned a hollow, lethal blue. Before Marcus's father could even raise another attack, Neil vanished. He reappeared instantly in front of him, shattering him with a devastating right hook. The impact slammed Marcus's father into—
Boy, I would have put this fist right through his body like, I'm talking about Mortal Kombat fatality style, boy. If I saw that happen in front of me, hell no.
The pavement. Desperate, he fired a blast of red energy at Neil. But Neil didn't dodge. The blue aura surrounding him completely swallowed the attack, neutralizing the heat instantly. Neil lunged forward, grabbing Marcus's father, and pinned him against the brick wall. He activated his leeching power. An agonizing scream echoed through the neighborhood as every drop of red aura was ripped out of Marcus's father's body. He shriveled onto the floor as a completely powerless Zero. Surging with stolen red energy, Neil felt a terrifying amount of power. But as he looked down at the empty driveway, the victory felt entirely hot.
Whew, that's crazy. Now this I could feel, absorbing, especially this red energy, especially knowing the history and stuff. It might feel like it's not coinciding with each other. Like it's not being accepted with this blue aura, you feel me? Like this could feel so weird, as if you're just like connecting with the enemy in some way. But dude, I'm so glad this guy doesn't have no freaking aura no more. He could be a Zero since he wants to make fun of Zeros all the time. But still, this is terrifying. I wonder what type of turn this is gonna take now. Episode 9.
After absorbing Marcus's father's red energy, Neil looked around. Beside the fallen hitman lay a piece of dark black cloth, snagged on a sharp stone during the earlier fight. Neil knelt and picked up the fabric. The moment his skin touched the thread, a sharp shockwave rippled through his fingers, pointing directly toward the old industrial district. So you left me a path, Neil muttered, closing his fist around the cloth. Following the faint blue glow, Neil sprinted down quiet, empty side streets until he reached an abandoned construction site. Inside the quiet concrete structure, the energy trace grew burning hot. Neil hid behind a wall, peeking into the open floor. Two high-ranking red enforcers were trapped against the wall, backing away in fear from a single figure in a black mantle. With effortless speed, the cloaked figure swept forward, striking both enforcers at once. A sharp blast of dark blue energy knocked them out instantly. The violent shockwave
Nah, that's insane, bro. This is straight aura right here. This is straight aura.
Them out instantly. The violent shockwave exploded outward, catching the mantle's edge and pulling the dark hood off completely, revealing the face of the mysterious figure.
Who is that? Yeah, I don't know who this is. We gotta find out, but holy crap. It's just a ninja and a straight assassin. You know what I'm saying? Silent assassin at that. Something you just don't see coming. Never see it. So this kind of disproves my point about them being like a soul that's coming down and saving, people, whatever. This is an actual person. This is a figure that's in real time right now. You know what I'm saying? So Neil is not the only blue aura person. And it seems like they might be the only two blue aura people in the world. I don't know. I guess we'll continue to see. Episode 10.
Hidden in the abandoned construction site, Neil watched as a mysterious, rare, blue energy user effortlessly crushed two red-type enforcers. The stranger's hood fell back, revealing a girl his age with glowing blue eyes.
So it is a girl. Okay, so I guess one of my theories are right.
With glowing blue eyes, the exact same aura color as Neil's. She turned, freezing the second her eyes met Neil's. She closed the distance and threw her arms around him in a tight, desperate hug. Neil stood completely paralyzed. I can't believe you're actually alive. I thought I was the only one who survived. Neil stumbled back, his head spinning. Survived what? Who are you? Her smile vanished. Wait, you don't remember? You don't know what we— Before she could finish, deafening—
So something happened to where Neil got brainwashed, or maybe whatever happened was so catastrophic and like altered his brain or something, to where he can't even remember what the hell he's talking about, because he doesn't even know. He didn't even know that he had blue aura in the first place, and then he learns about it in the history books, but he doesn't know where it came from in the first place. Usually people will probably know their origin stories, but he doesn't.
Wait, you don't remember? You don't know what we— Before she could finish—
You don't know what we? They were
Deafening sirens echoed from outside. A booming voice roared over a loudspeaker. You are surrounded! Step out with your hands up! Neil spun around to grab the girl, but she has already disappeared.
Damn, bro. She's really a silent assassin. She's just out of there. Oh my gosh. Yo, what's gonna happen? I mean, honestly, what the hell they think they gonna do, bro? Neil's way stronger than all of them. They cannot arrest him unless he willingly goes. Episode 11.
Red police officers surrounded Neil against the raw concrete pillars of the construction site. The commander stepped forward, his heavy energy cannon charging with blinding heat. Target acquired! Fire! A massive beam of energy exploded from the barrel, but the second later, Neil woke up. He was sitting in his bedroom.
What the heck?
Warm sunlight streamed through the window, and the scent of breakfast filled the air. Neil looked down at his hands and tried to summon his blue aura, but it was completely gone. His bedroom door creaked open. His dad stepped into the room, leaning his head at a sickening angle with an unnaturally wide...
So he's like having a hallucination. He's having a weird dream right now?
Naturally wide, frozen smile.
Good
morning, son, he said, his voice overlapping with a strange, static pitch. He didn't walk. He glided smoothly across the floor without moving his feet, planting a plate of food onto the table. The glass vase beside the plate was a 2D texture. That's when Neil understood that something was terribly wrong.
Yeah, he's literally hallucinating right now. What the fuck did they shoot at him? What are they doing to him, bro? Are they performing some type of experiment? Or is this just like an image that he's having in his mind right now? Like, what's going on? Episode 12.
Neil got blasted by the red police, woke up at home with no powers, and noticed the vase on his table glitching. Neil backed away from his creepy dad, ran out the door and hit the streets. The whole neighborhood felt wrong. Everything was super quiet. Neil sprinted all the way to his school to figure out what was going on. The second he walked inside, his brain melted. Nobody had yellow or red powers anymore. Instead, students were flexing crazy new colors. White, purple, and dark gray energy sparking everywhere. Then Neil saw Marcus. Marcus was the big bully who used to mess with Neil all the time. But now, Marcus was cowering against the lockers. In this world, he had no powers.
He had no powers and he was the one getting bullied, bro. So is he just facing his karma in this world, or is this just an alternate universe in general? I don't know.
Neil walked up to him totally confused, but the second Marcus saw Neil, he panicked. Stay back! Marcus screamed. Out of nowhere, a terrifying wave of pure black energy exploded right out of Marcus's chest. It was a void aura, power this world has never seen.
Oh my gosh. So here we thinking he might be powerless, but no, he's telling people to stay back because he got this black/purple freaking void energy aura. Yeah, that looks fucking scary. That aura looks scary, like almost maybe scarier than the blue aura. But let's see. Let's keep watching, bro. Episode 13.
Marcus randomly unlocked a forbidden black void aura and opened a giant black hole right in the middle of the school hallway. Neil screamed as the gravity pulled him off his feet, sucking him straight inside. For a single second, the whole world vanished. Neil floated in a massive dark void. Floating around him were millions of glowing glass bubbles. Inside each bubble was a completely different reality. One world was totally frozen, another one was on fire, and one had giant monsters walking through the city. Before his brain could even process it, he woke up laying in a...
So I wonder, like, that was just a whole bunch of worlds that he was creating with that aura? Like, he created a black hole that just had a whole bunch of multiverses?
Before his brain could even process it, he woke up laying in a hospital bed, staring at a dull white ceiling. He looked at his hands and felt his powers return.
So it was all a dream.
And stood up. The room was totally empty, with one long hallway stretching outside the open door. Neil walked out and started walking down the corridor, but the end of this hallways was never seen.
Okay. All right. Next one. We got 2 more parts. We got 14 and 15 to wrap up the season. So let's go. Episode 14.
Neil escaped a fake reality, got sucked into Marcus's black hole, and woke up trapped inside a hospital with a hallway that never ends.
That sounded hella crazy at the start, bro. Got sucked into Marcus's black hole.
And woke up trapped inside a hospital with a hallway that never ends. He walked through those white hospital hallways for a whole week without stopping. No food, no water, no exits, until his legs gave out.
I'm sorry, I have to laugh at this walking animation and his legs. Like, why is his knee, or like, you know, the top of his leg touching his chest, dog?
Always for a whole week without stopping. No food, no water, no exits, until his legs gave out. Eventually, Neil collapsed onto his knees, completely drained and out of strength. That's when the hallucinations hit him. Hundreds of glitchy copies of Marcus and his dad surrounded him in a massive circle. They all laughed at him with static voices. Pure rage boiled through Neil's blood, hotter than any power he had ever held before. A catastrophic shockwave of ultimate blue aura exploded out of his chest, tearing through the hospital walls like paper, disintegrating.
And you can get why he got so frustrated too. Imagine just having these hallucinations and seeing plenty of the people that basically they killed your dad, bro. They got rid of him, you know, because Marcus indirectly did it, you know, but his dad did it. And now just seeing both of them together is like, oh yeah, I'm pissed off now.
Like paper, disintegrating the illusion to dust. Neil snapped his eyes open. He was back in his real world, floating high in the sky. Beneath him was his hometown. down. It was completely on fire.
Damn, what the fuck is going on? It's like he's having all these hallucinations. Is any of this freaking real, bro? All right, this is the last part in the playlist. I'll make sure to double check the channel and see if there's any more parts. But so far, this might be the last part. Let's see.
Neil floated in the smoky air, looking down at the inferno swallowing his hometown when the terrifying truth hit him. The hospital dimension hadn't slowed down time. While Neil was trapped in that endless hallway for a week, his physical body remained in the real world on complete autopilot. His unleashed blue aura had gone on an uncontrolled rampage, unleashing waves of raw energy.
Oh, wow. So he's not even in control of this shit right now. He's not even in control of himself. And now he's like witnessing his own destruction. Whoa, that's deep.
Rampage, unleashing waves of raw energy that set the entire district on fire. As Neil descended toward the burning streets, he noticed his enemies lying motionless on the floor. Their auras were completely drained. The blue aura wasn't just a rare color, it consumed every other power in existence to feed itself. Suddenly, the smoke-filled sky trembled. Dozens of massive military warships appeared in the night sky, locking red laser targets onto Neil's chest. Some new type of aura flared above them.
What the hell? So as you can see right here, it does say end of season 1. And now it could only get crazier from here. Neil basically kind of lost control of his power and stuff. And maybe he let his rage consume him too much. Maybe the absorption of the red aura made his rage even more crazier to the point where he can't control it. He can't control his rage. He can't control the actions that partake because of that, you know? Because he's already having trouble controlling his powers in the first place overall. But now it's just like, it's way out of control. So it could just be a tie to his emotions, his anger that he feels towards people that got rid of his father and stuff. And now it's just like, no, everybody get in the smoke now, you know? And sometimes that could go too far to where he's like destroying the whole district and probably destroying maybe innocent people's lives and stuff. We don't know how this is going exactly, but I mean, we have a whole new aura coming down just to freaking hunt Neil basically, because it's out of control. The situation is out of hand and needs to be dealt with. And that's the end of season 1. So yeah, let me just double check. There's nothing. All right, I made sure. So I went on his actual shorts tab and it looks like unexpected guest. The part 15 is the last part he made. There's other videos, but I just like took a sneak peek, and these are just like side videos. They're videos that doesn't have to do with the canon of this one or this series and stuff. You guys should definitely check this out as well, because I'm sure, you know, with the quality of this series, any other story they tell is gonna, you know, come with the same amount of quality as the other one. So yeah, chat, shout out Emoji Rants for this. I hope we get season 2 anytime soon and stuff. You guys let me know when that releases. And yeah, this is gonna be insane, bro. This is absolutely gonna be insane. I need to be in one of these episodes, bro. Yo, I need to be in one of the episodes, bro, so I can show my aura to the world. No, I'm just playing. But yeah, chat, let me know what else you guys want to react to, and I'll see you guys in the next one, man. Peace.